It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Houston Texans and the New York Jets on Thursday night.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Come on, baby, don't play with it. Just lay it.
Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
And I can't help but chuckle as we look at last year's stats for Aaron Rodgers. 0 for 1, no touchdowns, no interceptions. I can't believe that we're looking at a stat line like that, but remember, he only played 4 plays. The Jets know that will not be a stat line for this year, and they can't wait to see the old numbers replace the ones you're seeing there.
On play action, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They work now on 2nd and 9. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And he's coming off of a truly remarkable rookie season where he quieted a lot of his doubters in a most emphatic fashion. Remember, going into the draft, many thought he was the number 2 quarterback coming out of college. He proved quickly he was a top quarterback going into the NFL. One of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in recent memory. And what's scary about it? He's not even close to reaching his ceiling.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 37. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd down and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there. Now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Just need a yard here. Second and 1. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out, you've won.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dalton Schultz from 8 yards out. And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Now Hall to start the drive. Oh, good move. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
That one taken in by Corley. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he is going to have a Jets first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On play action, now Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. 2nd down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Delivering the comebacker, Wilson's got it. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run with Hall. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Tyler Conklin, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Mixing up the middle, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Mixon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Inside handoff to Mixon. Able to slither by. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Mixon is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Stroud. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Robert Woods. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Aaron Rodgers and the Jets back out there. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 83 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Stroud to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Stroud looking to throw. This is caught. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll give it to Mixon, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Breaks through the contact and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Over the middle, complete. That's Woods. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing now is Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a give to Mixon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Play action. Here's Stroud. Dumps it off to Mixon. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Stroud. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half is theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Rodgers now to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Play action. Stroud now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
A handoff to Mixon. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
3rd and 9 here. And Stroud now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over. The Jets offense and Breece Hall headed out onto the field. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
They'll go again with Hall. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Hall on a give up the middle. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. Rodgers going to throw. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Davante Adams, 40 yards. And the Jets have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Big play coming now for the Jets as they'll set up to go for 2.
The Jets will line up for a 2-point conversion.
They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here, all right? Let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high-percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can't he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Joe Mixon. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Mixon will try the right side. Down to the 42, 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Back to Mixon on second down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Oh, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more.
Touchdown, Houston! Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Texans are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. This complete to Corley. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 3rd down at 5. And again, it's Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a two-score game, obviously. Every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Oh, no, he lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
That's pulled in by Wilson. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now 1st and goal. Back to throw, Rodgers. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. To a knee goes Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.